Siddur Snippets is generously sponsored by the Saka family and by Eilen Avram Foreman for a refuah shlema for Hadassah Rocha B'Chaschana Golda. Big milestone for Siddur Snippets tonight. Snippet number 600, and I'm pretty confident I'm the only one who's heard all 600. Okay, we concluded with saying we're up to V'sachazena eineinu b'shivcha l'tzion b'rachamim. We ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu for our eyes to behold. We began, the first question we asked is why V'sachazena, as opposed to use the verb to see, to be roel liros. Sachazena chozeh, a chazon is a vision. In order to achieve, in order to see the return of Hashem, the Shechina to Tzion, we can't look at what's right in front of us. If the Jewish people ever looked at only what's right in front of us, we would have given up long ago, including the upcoming holiday of Hanukkah. If the Maccabees only looked at the formidable force that outnumbered them and that was greater in strength, then they never would have bothered fighting. And the same has been true for our entire Gullus. V'sachazena, it takes a chazon to be a chozeh. Person has to have a vision to see beyond the surface, to see beyond what's right in front of us, in order to believe that it's possible, in order to make it something which is possible. We ask v'sachazena eineinu, Hashem, let our eyes behold. This is an unusual request. We've alluded to earlier our longing for Mashiach. As Tzemach David is a hope for Mashiach, v'Yushalayim, the rebuilding, the completion of Yerushalayim, to be b'shleimusa, to be complete. We've had several references in different forms, longing for Mashiach, for the end of days, what they call, if you want to impress someone, the eschatological era. The Geula, we want the Geula. But this one's different, because we're not just saying in the abstract, Matzmiach Keren Yeshua, or Bonei Yerushalayim, we're asking, include us. Hashem v'sachazena eineinu. Let our eyes see. Let our eyes behold. Let us be spectators and observers. Give me a front row seat to your return to Tzion, to Yerushalayim, to that Geula. Not something I read about in the paper. I don't just want to get an alert and a headline. V'sachazena eineinu, let my eyes see. So Rabbi Yonasan Eibshit in his Yaros Dvash points this out. And he notes, why do we say eineinu, our eyes? V'sachazena is a vision. So v'sachazena, we should see why eineinu, why do we have to specify our eyes? And there's several answers to this question, the idea of our eyes. There's a Medrash Tanchuma, this is not Rabbi Yonasan, there's a Medrash Tanchuma that says, based on the pasuk in Yeshaya, V'hayu einecha ro'os es morecha, let our eyes see our teachers, our influence. She Yisrael Yoshim l'fnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu ketamad l'fnei Rabbo la'asid. That in the future, the Jewish people will sit before the Almighty like students before their master, before their teacher. V'sho'alim imenu kol parsha u'parsha lama nechtava. And we'll ask about the Torah, why was this written? When will this happen? Explain, tell us more. And the angels will ask us, what did Hashem teach? What did He share? What did He give you? What did He tell you about the depths of Torah? Since the angels themselves don't have access, the Torah is given to man, is given to us, not to them. So v'sachazena eineinu, our eyes, says the Medrash, is an allusion to the future, what will happen. It'll be similar to v'hayenecha ro'as es morecha, our ability for our eyes to see. But in Yizyaros Dvash, Rabbi Yonasan says something different. And he says, what are we asking? Why are we making it personal? Let our eyes see. Give us a front row seat. Because what does that tell us? Lot's wife, when Sodom was destroyed, was she allowed to watch, to observe, to see? No, why not? She was unworthy. She wasn't saved in her own merit. She was riding the coattails of Uncle Avram. She wasn't saved in her own merit, so she wasn't entitled to see this geula, this redemption, this miracle. When the Jewish people crossed the sea, and the sea split, did we see what happened? Absolutely. Why? Because it was in the schos, nashim tzidkanios, b'schos amuna, whatever the merit was, but it was in our own merit. And therefore, when it happens in one's own merit, they're entitled to see. I once saw, many years ago, I wish I remember, from the Sefer Mishulchan Gavoa. I think it was from the Sefer Mishulchan Gavoa. The two opinions, when Noach builds the Teva, when Noach builds the ark that saves him and his family and ultimately humanity, it says, Tzohar Tasel Teva. A Tzohar was made. Rashi quotes two opinions. What's a Tzohar? One opinion is a window. The other opinion of Tzohar Tasel Teva is, the Tzohar is, it's a jewel. It's some gem that was put in an opening that refracts light. The light could enter, but it's not translucent. You can't see through it. So Sefer Shulchan Gavoa says, what's this machlokas? Was it a window? Could you see through it? Transparent? Was it a gem or a jewel that allowed the light in, but you couldn't see through it? It depends on the worthiness of Noach. If one's worthy, they're allowed to see the redemption unfold. they're allowed to see their enemy fall. They're allowed to see the world drown in a mabul. If you're not worthy, then it's a gem, it's a jewel, you can't see through it. So you see with Lot's wife, you see with Yitzias Mitzrayim, you see maybe with Noach and the mabul, that only when one is worthy can they see it with their own eyes. What's our tefillah, says Rabbi Yonasan Eibshitz, V'sachazena eineinu, let us see with our own eyes, let us be worthy to bring Mashiach so we can watch, so we can see. Let's watch Sinwar taken out, and Dif and Nasrallah. Let's watch Iran, and watch Khamenei, one by one, Yamach Shemam v'zichram, v'sachazena eineinu, may we have the schus to see with our own eyes. We don't have to turn away like Lot's wife, who was told, don't turn back, don't look. She turns into a pillar of salt because she's not entitled to turn around and look. Let us merit, let us be zocha, let us be worthy that Mashiach will come in the merit of our belief, of our deeds, of who we are, so much so that we can grasp, we can see, we can be observers, we can have a front row seat. V'sachazena eineinu b'shuv chol etzion b'rachamim.